fluff on social media on entrepreneurship, and it just looks like this just beautiful lifestyle that's just free and it's just money and it's just like you can do whatever you want. It's just high rises and high lattes and days just doing whatever the hell you want. Welcome back to another episode with me, the Billionairess. Haven't been on YouTube in a while, but I am taking my own advice and just going for it. Literally putting the camera on, putting the ring light on up here and just going for it. Not making any excuses and just starting. And I think that's a really, really important thing to keep in mind, to just start. It's one of the things that I'm going to talk about in today's video about, as you see in the title, about 5 things that I wish that they would have told me before I became an entrepreneur, before I dove headfirst into the deep end of entrepreneurship and being a business owner. So before I go any further, my name is Natalia Lee Marie, aka the Billionairess. I am a serial entrepreneur, an aspiring mogul. I'm 26 years old, and yeah, I've been doing this business thing for the last 7 years. And over that time, I've had plenty of different businesses, startups, all of them really. So building something from the ground up, or being a part of someone else's startup, or helping my family business to grow beyond 6 figures. Yeah, I've done a lot in the last 7 years, and I have learned a lot in the last 7 years, I must say. After I graduated college in 2018, I went to college for international business and trade and marketing. I used some of the things that I learned in college to dive right into entrepreneurship. I had plenty of jobs. I worked at a law firm, bank, retail, hospitality, Amazon. Like, I've done so much. And I just decided that I didn't want to work for anybody. I didn't want to allow anyone to dictate my life. And I just felt like I had what it took to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur. So I just dove right in after college, full-fledged into entrepreneurship. And you know, like I said, I've learned a lot. But as you can see in the title of this video, there are 5 things that have stood out the most to me that I feel like is super important for aspiring entrepreneurs to know. It's 5 things that I wish that someone would have told me that is beyond the fluff that you see on social media. That's beyond the fluff that you hear on YouTube. That is just the real. Okay, and you know, one of the biggest things is to just start. Before we get into it, if you love content on entrepreneurship, starting a business, being motivated, lifestyle or beauty content, then please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be dropping a video once a week, and I'm gonna be so much more like on it than I was, I promise. But I'm really, really excited about the journey here on YouTube, and I can't wait to just share my knowledge, share my gifts, and just share the things that I love, that are fashion and beauty and entrepreneurship. So if you care about any of those things, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, enough chatting about me. Back to it. So the first thing I would say that I wish that they told me before I dove into the deep end of entrepreneurship is to just start. I think this is something that's super slept on, but it's really important. I think that it's something that you can take with you in your life across the board, that I think that is not talked about enough, right? Like, before you get to the strategies, before you get to making the content or doing all these other things, raising money, crowdfunding, whatever, before you get into any of that, you literally have to just start, right? You have to take that first step. And it seems much more simplistic than it actually is. I think that our minds get in the way, our paradigms get in the way, like all of the outside chatter can get in the way. But if you've been wanting to start a business, if you've been wanting to be a content creator, if you've been wanting to dive into entrepreneurship, literally the only thing that's stopping you and standing in the way is you. And through that can be excuses. I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough support. It could be any of those things. It could be a plethora of different reasons. But at the end of the day, you just have to start. Our minds are designed to protect us, but it can hinder us, but our minds can hinder us as well. So at the end of the day, you just have to take the time to actually just take that step and start. The second thing that I wish I would have known was that I'd have to be my own manager. Like, literally at work right now, you have someone to tell you what to do, tell you what time to be there, what time to clock out, someone that signs your paycheck, pays you, all that stuff. When you are an entrepreneur, you literally have to manage your own self. You have to be your own manager. You have to be the employee and the employer. And that takes a lot of discipline, a lot of consistency, and a lot of discipline. Like, it takes so much discipline. So I think that's one thing that I wish that I was told, or just realized more, how much discipline it would take for me to actually get myself up in time in the morning, and if I don't want to do a task, to make myself sit there and do the task until it's complete and it's done. You really take for granted how much your managers keep you on track at work until you don't have one, but then you have to still produce the same results or better. So that would have to be number 2. The third thing that I wish that I was told before I started on this journey of entrepreneurship is that, of course, I knew that you would have some highs and some lows, and that it would take time for you to get your wins, right? But one thing that I didn't realize is that once you start hitting certain accomplishments and having certain wins, you have to sustain at that level and improve. So sometimes we don't think we think to oh, I can't wait to make $10,000 a month, or I can't wait to make 6 figures in my business, right? But then we don't really think much about what happens after the fact, right? Like, we don't really think about after the fact how you have to try to sustain at that level, what that requires, right? Or how you have to then build up upon that level and what that requires, right? What the effort that it took you to get to level 1 is not the same effort that it's going to take you to get to level 3, which is not the same effort that it's going to take you to get to level 5. All of those require a different type of effort and a different version of yourself. And I think that I was so caught up on getting to level 1 that I didn't realize what was beyond level 1. So I think that's the third thing that I wish that I knew before jumping into entrepreneurship. The fourth thing that I wish, it's not that I didn't know, but I didn't put so much emphasis or importance on it, was that it takes time. One of the biggest things that entrepreneurship has taught me is patience, and the power of patience, and how impatient I am, and how our society loves instant gratification, and entrepreneurship is the farthest from that. You think you see a lot of people who are overnight sensations or overnight successes, some of these influencers, content creators, they just pop out of nowhere and they're on and they're lit. That couldn't be further from the truth. It takes time, and it takes the consistent discipline and consistent going at it every single day and getting better for you to get to where you want to be and for you to reach these goals. So, patience is a virtue, and entrepreneurship will definitely teach you that. And if you're not patient now, it's going to teach you that, or you're going to fall on your and it's going to teach you that way. So it's not for the it's not for the impatient, and it's not for the impatient, and it's not super easy, okay? It takes patience, discipline, and consistency. And that's the other thing that I would have paid more attention to. And the last thing that I wish I knew, or truly understood, I should say, before getting into entrepreneurship is no one is coming to save you. That's one of the biggest lessons that I learned. No one is coming to save you. Now, you can either take that and let it scare you, or you can take it and let it empower you. Let me tell you, at first it can be the scary fact that there's no one that's truly gonna come help you. You think it's gonna be your parents, you think it's gonna be your friends, but listen, you came into this world alone and you're gonna go out alone. The fact of the matter is, everybody has their own lives going on. Everybody's the main character of their own lives. You have to focus on you. You have to be able to, if you fall, dust yourself off and get back up and get back at it in your life in general, whether it's in your career, whether it's in your health, whether it's in you being an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, is you have to be able to be there for yourself. You have to be able to be there and trust yourself and know that if it's up to you, you're going to come at your own aid, right? You cannot, especially in entrepreneurship, you cannot be waiting for other people. You will miss out on opportunities. You cannot be waiting and hoping that someone comes to save you, hoping that someone comes to gives you your sale, hoping that someone comes and gives you the connection you're waiting for, hoping that someone comes, puts some money in your pocket, puts some money in your laps, pays your bills. Like, look, it doesn't work like that. It is literally survival of the fittest out here in the world in general, but especially in entrepreneurship. So at the end of the day, one of the greatest things, like I said, if you don't take anything else away from this video, one of the greatest things that I wish I really knew and really understood before becoming an entrepreneur is no one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And that's it. That's one of the greatest things that I wish I knew before becoming an entrepreneur, is that no one's coming to save you. Once you get that, you tuck that in your holster, you understand that, it gives you so much more empowerment, sense of pride, strength, and confidence in yourself. And in this game of entrepreneurship, confidence is what you need. So honestly, those are the top 5 things that I wish that I knew, was told, or just truly understood before coming into the world of entrepreneurship. And I just wanted to make this video because I feel like I said in the beginning of the video, there's so much fluff on social media, there's so much fluff on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that on entrepreneurship, and it just looks like this just beautiful lifestyle that's just free and there's just money and it's just like you can do whatever you want, you can just be free, and just it's just high rises and chai lattes and days just doing whatever the hell you want, traveling. And don't get me wrong, there might be some days that you are able to do those things, but there's so much more to this than that. And I really hope that I'm able to tap into that on this channel and tap into that through these videos. I just want to show you the real deal behind entrepreneurship, the real deal on things that you should know about starting a business, tips, and just, you know, my advice, and, you know, what has helped me to get to this place in my life, things that I have learned. I want to be able to share it with you guys and to be able to help you so that you don't have to go through the things I had to go through, and so that you don't have to learn, so that you can learn from my mistakes, okay? So I'm really, really excited. I was trying to make this video kind of quick because it's my first video. My phone was storage chirping, just a lot going on, but I knew that I needed to take the first step and hold myself accountable, manage myself, okay, and make this video, put it out, because this is great information. It's gonna help someone out there. I hope that it helps someone out there. And, you know, yeah, it's just, I just had to stay disciplined and do it because I said I would, okay? So if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's around here somewhere. Like this video, share this video with a friend, and let me know what you think about the video down below in the comments. And I will see you next week. I'm super, super excited. Like I said, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram for day-to-day, like lifestyle, day-to-day. Follow me through my day and stuff like that on Instagram. And yeah, I completed it, y'all. Go out there and do something big. Start, take that first step, start, and just take the first step to following your dreams. That's what I want you to take away from this video today. And that's a key takeaway I want you to take away from this video today. To take the first step and go out there and start to follow your dreams in crafting the life that you want to live. Because you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Super, super excited. I hope you guys love this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. It's me, your girl, Natalia Lamry, aka the Billionairess, and I'm out. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.